Point Resort Shake.
Well, a happy Thursday to you and welcome to another edition of Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. I'm Eric Granstrom filling in for Dan Kuntz today. Dan is under the weather this week. Well, kind of we're all under the weather, right? But he's actually not feeling so well. So Dan's got a few days off. Grant, thanks to him for filling in yesterday. I'm in today. I'll be in tomorrow as well here on Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. This is the 7th of September, 2023. Coming up, we've got your latest local news. We have sports news on the way. We also have a special feature in the back half of the hour talking to an 18-year-old who started her own business here on the Wenatchee Valley. That's all coming up. But first, we're going to talk about the weather and take a look around our weather window this morning, thanks to Localtel's Sky-Fi Wireless Network, as we scan the horizon and take a look at our morning here this morning as the sun is rising and saying hello to a gorgeous start to a day today. Maybe some clouds coming in later on this afternoon. That's our vision from up at Wenatchee Heights, looking down upon the Columbia River. You see the pedestrian bridge in the foreground there. Can you see? Yeah, I guess you can see the Blue Bridge, as we call it, or the Senator George Seller Bridge. Can't quite make out the upper end bridge here in the Wenatchee Valley crossing the Columbia River, the Odebashan Bridge. But good morning, Wenatchee and East Wenatchee, and happy Thursday. Thanks for joining us on Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. Camera 2 is going to take us to Cougar Ridge, kind of a different perspective looking towards the west. You see the enchantments in the distance, and in the foreground there is North Wenatchee, if you will, an old station, and up to the right there is Birch Mountain. Good morning and welcome to your Thursday. Kind of a quiet start to the day today. Camera 3 will take us out up the valley a little bit further, and this is a look down upon Cashmere from our camera that's up on the ridgeline above Apple Annie's Antiques, and kind of a little darker view there. Iris not quite catching a lot of the daylight that's behind it and sun rising, but here you see a lovely start to the day in Cashmere, and off to the distance up to the right and further to the west is Leavenworth. Good morning to our folks up the river this morning. Camera 4 will take us to a look completely different. Now, you're right, you said this is McNeil Canyon? Okay, so this is looking off which direction? I can't even tell that one from here. Oh, that's okay, towards Lake Chelan, so that's looking off to the west as well. As you can see, the sun glinting off of the hills around Chelan this morning. Can't quite see, maybe a little bit of the water there, but you see a few clouds on the horizon, and actually some increasing clouds later today, maybe even a slight chance of some showers coming up. We'll talk more about that in our forecast. But a good morning, and thanks to Sky-Fi Wireless Network and Localtel for providing us our Valley View cameras this morning. Now, you're right, I didn't have a chance to touch base with you before we started. Do we have any weather graphics to share this morning, or are we going to get right to the forecast here? Sunny skies and light winds, and just a beautiful day today. 77 for our expected high. Tonight, lows down to 55. Tomorrow, sunny and a little bit warmer with highs getting up into the 80s. 57 the overnight low on Friday night. They do mention a very slight chance of a couple of raindrops, possibly in the afternoon hours later today. Now, the weekend forecast looks spectacular. Sunny and 84 on Saturday, 61 for the overnight low on Saturday night, and then on Sunday, a high of 90 with a low of 60, and temperatures pretty much in the mid to upper 80s through the first part of next week. Now, yesterday's high for Wenatchee was 78 degrees. Normally we're 80, so a couple of ticks lower. The overnight low 60. We're normally at 56, so 4 degrees higher than normal. Record high for today was set in 1963 and 2011 of 93 degrees. The record low, 42 degrees in 1992. Now, so far, precipitation for the year is well under where we should be. We're, in fact, 1.25 inches below where we should be for precipitation amounts. We're at 3.61 inches for the year. Normally, we're at about 4.86 at this point. Sunrise earlier this morning was at 6:27. Sun will set tonight at 7:29. Rise tomorrow morning at 6:29 and set at 7:27. So yeah, about 4 minutes of daylight lost per day as we get through fall is in the air. Not quite. Temperatures in the 50s and 60s in the overnight hours, but not too bad. 57 is our start to the day in downtown Wenatchee, outside our studios here at the NCW Life Channel, smack dab in the middle of downtown Wenatchee. We'll take a break and come back into the latest local news on a Thursday edition of Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. Thanks for joining me.
Hey, welcome back to Save Mart. What can we help you find today?
We're looking for a mattress.
Oh, right this way. We got a large selection. We have this pillow top here.
Comfortable.
We have more to choose from down here. I think I have the perfect one over here for you.
I guess we'll take this one.
You'll find it at Save Mart. Full service at a low, low price.
Badger Mountain Brewery is your cure for boredom. Jam Night Mondays. Trivia Wednesdays. Live Music Fridays. And Sunday Brunch. There's always something brewing at Badger Mountain, so come join the party.
The agents of Kennedy Real Estate Group are committed to providing the ideal client experience. We believe in the power of relationships. Why? Because we don't just work here, we live here. From the nonprofits we serve, the parks where we play, and the local businesses we support, our team understands the value of living in the Wenatchee Valley. Let's begin your real estate story.
7 minutes after the hour here on a Thursday edition of Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. In for Dan Kuntz, who is not feeling so well this week. I'm Eric Granstrom on the NCW Life Channel. We're at 57 degrees here on this Thursday morning, reaching for highs in the upper 70s today. With your latest local news, a Kenroy Elementary School custodian has been arrested on suspicion of first-degree child rape and 2 counts of first-degree incest, becoming the second Eastmont School District employee to be accused of sexual misconduct against a child in the past month. Nicholas Joseph Turner, age 40, was arrested last Friday after a 15-year-old female relative described an October 2011 incident in which Turner had raped her to an investigator, according to a probable cause affidavit filed on Tuesday. Now, Turner's bail was set for $500,000, and he is currently detained in the Chelan County Regional Justice Center. This comes after former Sterling Junior High School custodian Michael Van Housen was arrested on suspicion of third-degree child rape, but not yet charged in August, and David Vasquez, a Wenatchee High School employee who was arrested last week on suspicion of attempted third-degree rape. Eastmont School District told NCW Life that Turner has been placed on administrative leave. In other news that we're following here this morning and today, if you or someone you know is interested in a career firefighting wildfires, now is your time to apply. U.S. Forest Service is looking to hire 150 entry-level wildland firefighters into a variety of permanent seasonal positions in both Washington and Oregon. Later this month, prospective applicants can join regional fire staff and learn more about work for the Forest Service at an in-person recruitment event in Wenatchee. The event will be held at the Okanagan-Wenatchee National Forest Supervisor's Office at 215 Melody Lane from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. That's on Wednesday, September 20th. While there, folks can get applications help and learn about benefits, or if you are ready to apply now, you can do so on the Forest Service Careers webpage for more information. Well, India has officially rescinded 20% tariffs placed on American apples and pulse crops today. Back in June, Senator Maria Cantwell led a letter urging President Biden to negotiate an end to the tariffs during Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi's visit to the U.S. It was announced that that the tariffs would be lifted after years of plummeting Washington state apple exports to the country. The apple export market from Washington state to India fell from $120 million in 2017 to less than $1 million this past season. The tariffs were placed in 2019 in retaliation to Trump-era tariffs on U.S. imports of Indian steel and aluminum in 2018. In other news we're following this morning, kind of an interesting one here. Riverwalk Cafe, the Broken Compass Cafe in Chelan, has launched a neighbors account for guests who are without funding. A post shared by owner Marcia Tucker in the popular Chelan Valley Strong Facebook group displayed a photo of a flyer now up in the cafe. It informs guests that if they are hungry, whether it be for a bagel or coffee, and can't afford it, they can charge their order to the neighbor's account. The account is achieved through contributions that occur when other customers order and offer to make a payment towards the account to help others affording their food. If you'd like to stop by to purchase food for yourself or assist another person by donating to the neighbor's account, Broken Compass Cafe is inside the Riverwalk Inn, which is located at 204 East Wapato Avenue, open 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. Thursday through Monday. Well, it's a big day today. It is the first day of the Chelan County Fair. That's right. It gets underway today and is back with fun for the whole family. Once again, attendees can enjoy a wide variety of food booths, exhibits, and more. Attractions this weekend include a pirate parrot show, multiple concerts, a hypnotist, juggler, and dancing horse. And don't forget the carnival. The Chelan County Fair runs through Sunday. For more information, go to their website at chelancountyfair.com. Well, it's also time, speaking of animals, for our weekly Pause for Pets feature from the Wenatchee Valley Humane Society. Today's special guest is a 9-year-old pit bull mix who's looking for his forever home. Meet Taz.
Hi, my name's Corla. I'm with Wenatchee Valley Humane Society and I'm a care coordinator here. And this beautiful boy is Taz. Taz is our 9-year-old pit bull mix and he is wonderful. We really wanted to feature Taz this week because we think maybe he's being overlooked a bit because of his gray face. But he's such a wonderful boy. He was an owner surrender, again due to landlord issues. His owners really wanted to keep him, but they just could not. So they brought him here to us, and they gave us lots of good info about him. So we know that he's wonderful with children. They had a 2-year-old child that apparently was his best friend. They also had 3 other dogs. So we know that he is excellent with other dogs. So this is your dog if you like cuddling on the couch, just relaxing evenings at home, a little play in the backyard. He just wants to be with you all the time. We also have we got a really great email last night that I really wanted to share. We had one of our amazing fosters take him for a couple days just to get him out of the shelter. We'd love that when fosters do that. So I just wanted to share a couple things. Okay, she said Taz is house trained. That's important to know because we aren't really a house here. He met my 1-year-old and was so gentle, he licked her on the face. He rarely made any noise. I think he barked twice when I left him alone in our backyard for a short time. He likes to give you his paw from time to time. We know that already. They said our dog was a little nervous and snapped at Taz a couple times to request space, but Taz did very well. He's got good manners, good dog manners. He rides very well in a car and no reaction to other dogs, she said. So all excellent things, and we love that because it's real world knowledge about this boy. So if you would like to meet Taz, we are open Thursday through Tuesday, 11 till 6. And yeah, we would love for you to come by and meet him.
Give them a call at 509-662-9577 or visit their website at wenatcheehumane.org.
15 minutes past the hour here on Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. We'll have more local news coming up with Grant Olson in the news center coming up tonight at 5, 6, and 10 o'clock. If you have any news that or a tip you'd like to share with us, you can do so various ways. You can reach out to us directly at ncwlife.com. Just click on the contact page on our website. You could also email us directly at news@ncwlife.com. Our tip line number 2 that'll get you directly into the newsroom is 509-888-NCWL. That's 509-888-6295 for more information. We will take a break, come back on Wake Up Wenatchee Valley, looking at sunny skies today. Temperatures up around 80 degrees, not a bad day. 57 for our start, and local sports comes your way next here on Wake Up Wenatchee Valley.
Hibis Public Market is on the move to make parking, dining, shopping, and events an even better experience for our community. Check out the progress that has already been made towards the revitalization. The West Side project is well on its way, but we need your help to get over the finish line. All donations are greatly appreciated and can be made online at our website or in person at the business office. We want to thank those who have already partnered with us. You are helping make the place we love a better place for our community to meet.
Hey, hon, would you run this around to the wash rack?
Oh, okay.
Hey, hon, what happened?
They shrunk the truck.
The all-new mid-size Canyon is now available at Sangster Motors.
The Wenatchee Valley. Here, most of us really enjoy the great outdoors, and most of us try to make the most of our natural resources. Here at Apple Valley Honda, we know that for generations, we have harnessed nature to sustainably power the West, and we are proud to be part of that tradition as an environmentally green dealership award winner. Being a green dealership means Apple Valley Honda has reduced our overall environmental impact. We are so proud to live in this wonderful community.
If you are looking for dependable car service and repair, visit the good guys at Quick Lube and Tune. They've been keeping cars and trucks in the Wenatchee Valley running smooth for 35 years. Quick Lube and Tune is your hometown shop for a 10-minute oil change, complete tune-ups, alignments, brakes, mufflers, air conditioning service, and more. Get more life out of your vehicle by bringing it to the local guys you can trust at Quick Lube and Tune on South Wenatchee Avenue.
18 minutes after the hour here on Wake Up Wenatchee Valley for this Thursday, the 7th of September 2023. In for Dan Kuntz, I'm Eric Granstrom with your latest local sports. Well, the Mariners snapped a 3-game losing streak with an 8-4 win in Cincinnati last night. The Reds grabbed an early 1-0 lead with a first-inning run, but Mike Ford countered with a 2-run bomb in the second that started a 3-homer night for the Mariners offensively.
Ford tags this on its way and gone. Mike Ford, how far? Halfway up the seats in right field. Blast off Mike Ford, and the Mariners have grabbed the lead in the second inning.
104 off the bat, 400 feet to right field, and that's straightaway right field. And we've seen the ball carry so well to that part of the ballpark, and no exception tonight. But Mike Ford crushes this ball.
Inside the bag and fair. Gino full steam ahead past second base, ticketed for third. He will be waved home. Gino's coming to the plate, and he scores standing. It's a run-scoring double for Ty France. And the Mariners tack a run on here in the fourth. Blasted right field. J.P. Crawford, 3-run bomb. What a year this guy is having. He tags that over the wall, and the Mariners add on 3 more runs. It is 6-1 Seattle.
JP gets all over this pitch. 98 miles an hour off the bat. Call it 99. 382 feet to straightaway right field.
Oh, this is smoked. Cal might drive this through a seat back. You got to take cover. That ball is gone, and it had a vapor trail behind it. It's the third home run already by the Mariners tonight, and the 26th this season by Cal Raleigh. He is one shy of matching last year's career high. Through the right side, quickly skimming into right field. Cal Raleigh scores. Driven to left center. And that's going to go. Home run number 9 for Benson. 8-4.
Will Benson has figured some things out. Wow, this was a bomb.
Ball game. Capped off with a 100-mile-an-hour heater from Munoz.
Yeah, so the Mariners get a big lead and hang on to it. Logan Gilbert picked up his 13th win of the season, striking out 9 over 5 1/3. Manager Scott Service says Gilbert continues to impress.
Logan, we joke all the time about that alter ego, Walter, and that's what shows up. He likes pitching on the road. He's not afraid of it. He'll go take on the best offenses and the most hitter-friendly parks and just stay on the attack, and did an awesome job tonight. It was awesome to see him get all of his pitches going and to get 9 strikeouts. Obviously, we were more aggressive ahead in the count tonight, kind of like we're used to pitching. I thought our guys out of the bullpen were very aggressive as well. So much better night on the mound. We needed it. And offensively, Mike Ford, J.P. Crawford now has turned into a home run hitter. He's had some kind of season. Wow. Awesome to watch. And we got a lot of baseball yet ahead of us, and nice to see our offense continue to roll here the last couple nights. Like I said, Mike Ford got us going. Cal, huge night. Again, I thought Ty France was much cleaner. Really good at bats, taking some walks early, running the pitch count up on their starter was big tonight too. So.
Seattle heads for Tampa Bay to take on the Rays today at 3:40 on Root Sports Northwest. It's the first of 4 games against the Rays. Very important series. Houston continues to pound Texas with 5 home runs, including 2 by Jose Abreu in a 12-3 victory last night. The game featured a battle of former Washington teammates, with Max Scherzer facing Justin Verlander. Verlander picked up his 11th win of the season, lasting 7 innings. The Stros continued to lead Seattle by a game in the American League West. Luis Rengifo's 2-run home run highlighted a 4-run third inning for Baltimore as the Orioles handed the Angels a 10-3 defeat. Oakland helped Seattle's cause of the wildcard chase by downing Toronto 5-2 behind home runs from Carlos Perez and Kevin Smith. Speaking of the wildcard race, Tampa Bay beat Boston 3-1 to extend its lead in the top wildcard spot by 8 games. Seattle is a game and a half in front of Toronto. Texas is a half game back, while the Red Sox fell to 5 games back. Yankees defeat Detroit 4-3 to move within 6.5 games of that final playoff spot. Well, as the Seahawks prepare to face the LA Rams Sunday at the NFL season opener, Coach Pete Carroll says his team is focused on just one task. In his 13 previous seasons coaching in Seattle, Pete Carroll's teams are 8-5 on the opening game of the season. He says this is a championship test right out of the gate.
Well, it's been a while getting here. Off-season, preseason work and all of that, to finally get to Wednesday when it's game week for us and all, it's really fun. Everybody's jacked up about it. We've had really successful work throughout the process getting here, but all that doesn't mean nothing unless we go out and play good football. So our focus is to play really well, play clean in all areas, and be accountable in all areas, and do the kind of stuff that gets you good football. And so we've led up to this point on track to get that done, but now we got to finish the week and get ready. It's a huge week because it's the only week we got, and we're going against a team that's got a really winning history. Sean's done a great job since the time he's been there, and he's whatever the makeup is or however he's going to do it, we don't know because it's first game. I know it's going to be good stuff, and scheme-wise they're always on it, and the players play hard and all of that. So it'll be a great matchup for us. Coming to Lumen first time and getting to be in front of the fans officially for the first game of the season is a big deal. And we'd like to start this thing off right and really play with great effort and great enthusiasm and have fun doing it and all that kind of stuff, and see if we can light them up and make it a big event on the opener. So we're looking forward to it.
Seahawks kick off Sunday at 1:25. The NFL season kicks off tonight in Kansas City with the Chiefs hosting the Detroit Lions. Of course, It was the Lions beating the Packers that vaulted Seattle into the playoffs a season ago. Kickoff set for 5:20 tonight on NBC. Grant and I were just talking in the newsroom. Yes, life is good. Football is back. Here's a quick peek, speaking of football, at the college football schedule coming up on Saturday. 8th-ranked Washington, that's right, they're ranked 8th in the country, home against Tulsa at 2 o'clock on the Pac-12 network. Washington State hosts number 19 Wisconsin at 4:30. That'll be on ABC. Eastern Washington plays at Fresno State Saturday night at 6. Same time for Central Washington visiting Montana Tech. High school football schedule actually starts tonight for the Big Nine. Moses Lake will face a stiff test at Lamson Stadium against Kamaikan. That kicks off at 7 o'clock. Tomorrow, Wenatchee hosts Mount Baker, while Davis is at Ellensburg. Ike visits Cedro Woolley, my home stomping grounds. Sunnyside hosts Post Falls, Idaho. All those games kick off at 7 o'clock. Saturday features Federal Way at West Valley at 1, while Eastmont will visit Timberline at 2. That game was supposed to be in the Apple Bowl, but nearby Fiestas Mexicanas and concerns over parking pushed the game to the west side of the state. Eastmont's home field, by the way, Wildcat Stadium, not available until September 22nd. They're putting in some new lights there. Central Washington Athletic Conference play tomorrow. Sela is at Okanagan at 6. The 7 o'clock games have Quincy at Ephrata in the Battle of the Basin. East Valley hosts Natchez Valley. Wapito is at Grandview. Prosser plays at Skyline. Ellensburg hosts Davis, and Othello plays at Royal. It's another non-league night for the Caribou Trail League tomorrow as Omak visits LaSalle at 6. Later at 7, it's Deer Park at Cashmere. Chelan hosts Meridian. Quincy's at Ephrata, as we mentioned, at Cascade visits Tonasket. Waterville Mansfield has a 3 o'clock kickoff tomorrow afternoon against Selkirk on the Plateau, that is. Okanagan hosts Sela at 6. Other games at 7 feature Manson at Kittitas. Lake Roosevelt visits Highland. Brewster takes on Liberty Bell. Etienne will host Elmira Cooley Heartline. Saturday finds Bridgeport at home, hosting Oakville at 1 o'clock. It'll be a busy day and night on the pitch and on the courts this afternoon and evening. In girls soccer this afternoon, Eastmont visits Meade at 4 o'clock, while Lake Roosevelt hosts Bridgeport at 4:30. Cascade hosts Cle Elum at 5. Omax in Brewster at 5:30. Quincy travels to Wahluke tonight at 6, while Cashmere hosts Ephrata at 6:30. Prep volleyball tonight, Eastmont travels to Sela. Prosser hosts Moses Lake. Omax at Ephrata. Quincy visits Wahluke. Waterville Mansfield hosts Wilson Creek. All those matches start at 6:30. 27 minutes after the hour here on Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. Still to come, we have Mike Magnotti with his opinion. Also, last portion of the program will introduce you to a recent Eastmont High graduate who has started her own business at the young age of 18. How about that? Now, before we get to the obscure holiday and all of our fluff stuff here, Wake Up Wenatchee Valley, let's get a morning slurp. Got to get going today. It's Thursday, day before the weekend. So here you go. Morning slurp today for the 7th of September. Extended slurp this morning. All right. 7th of September. That's a lot of things today. International Day of Clean Air for Blue Skies Day. It's a National Acorn Squash Day, Beer Lovers Day, Grandma Moses Day, because Grandma Moses was born on this day, Grateful Patient Day, be nicer to your nurses and doctors, Snow Nor Rain Day, okay, Salami Day, Superhuman Day, World Duchenne Awareness Day. By the way, that's a form of muscular dystrophy that affects 1 out of 3,500 boys around the world. My brother has a form of Duchenne's. But no, I chose National Buy Book Day. Yeah, there you go. Get it right, Eric. National Buy a Book Day today. Now, although human beings recorded information on animal skins, papyrus rolls, and clay tablets for thousands of years, wouldn't be until the 15th century the books could be made and distributed on a widespread basis. Well, why? Because of German goldsmith Johannes Gutenberg and his printing press, invented in 1436. Before that date, books were mainly for the wealthy, but this invention allowed books to be distributed to the masses. During the 19th century, books became even more affordable and accessible to the public thanks to the growth of the publishing industry, and the creation of the paperback allowed more people to carry books with them. Of course, paperback really didn't take off until Penguin introduced the modern version of it, and the economic impacts of World War I and the Great Depression created a need for inexpensive entertainment. This is when book buying culture really began to flourish and continued to do so for many years into the future. Now, I just read the first in a series of books by Rob Phillips, who's an outdoor writer for the Yakima Valley Herald. He's also in other publications, outdoor publications. The book is called The Cascade Killer. It's about a Fish and Wildlife police officer and his partner, a yellow lab named Jack, who helped track down a killer who was dumping the bodies of young women in the Cascades of eastern Washington. Cascade Killer is a great book and the first of a series by Rob Phillips. I can't wait to get my second book in the mail here soon. It's National Buy a Book Day. So there you go. Just a little reminder about buying a book. Now, this day in history. Actually, it was yesterday, but I don't think Grant mentioned it yesterday, so I thought I would mention it today because there wasn't really a lot of fun stuff today. Yesterday, September 6th, the first ever supermarket opened in Memphis, Tennessee in 1916. Piggly Wiggly, that you see on the screen there, is the time its founding, grocery stores did not allow customers to gather their goods. Instead, a customer would give a list of items to a clerk who would then collect them throughout the store. Now, isn't that what we have today? When you order on your phone and they collect it for you. By the way, this created greater costs and higher prices. Piggly Wiggly introduced the innovation of allowing customers to go through the store, gathering their goods, thus cutting costs and lowering prices. Losses due to easier shoplifting were more than offset by profits from increased impulse purchases. Others were initially experimenting with this format, which came to be known as groceteria, reminding people of cafeterias, another relatively new self-service idea. In 1937, Piggly Wiggly became the first company to provide shopping carts for customers. In their Oklahoma branch, they were also the first company to use point-of-sale lanes for payments. So your modern supermarket, you can go back to 1916 and thank Piggly Wiggly for the creation of the supermarket. By the way, the creator was asked, why Piggly Wiggly? Well, they thought, okay, there's got to be some sort of inside information there. Nope, no clue. He wouldn't tell the story of where he came up with Piggly Wiggly. He said he was on a train, he looked out the window, saw pigs trying to fit their faces under a fence. That reminded him of a nursery rhyme, I guess. But basically, he named it Piggly Wiggly because he knew that people would ask, why Piggly Wiggly? There you go. All right, celebrating birthdays today. Well, she's long dead, but Queen Elizabeth I was born on this date in 1533. Queen of England and Ireland, she was the last monarch of the House of Tudor and was known as the Virgin Queen. She was the daughter of Henry VIII and Anne Boleyn, and was the third of Henry's children to take the throne in the years after his death. Happy birthday, Queen Elizabeth I. Also, I'm surprised that Dan is missing this day. Well, he didn't have much of a choice. He's not feeling well. So I know his biggest idol is Buddy Holly. He was born on this date in 1936. Of course, died in that horrific plane crash in 1959 at just the age of 23, the day the music died. Also having a birthday, she's still around. Chrissie Hynde of the Pretenders is 72 today. If you didn't feel old already, that might make you feel a little more aged to know that Chrissie Hynde is 72 today. All right, it's the 7th of September, 2023. Eric in for Grant, in for Dan here on Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. Yeah, we just try to, do what we can to keep the ball rolling here. We'll take a break, come back. We have Mike McNaughty with his opinion, and also a feature regarding an Eastmont High School grad who's trying to make it her own in the flower business. It's all coming up here on Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. Thanks for joining us.
Caught in a conflict? Family? Workplace? Neighbor? Business? Housing disputes? Wenatchee Valley Dispute Resolution Center provides mediation services, a cost-effective and efficient way to provide a written resolution to disputes and issues. Plus, we offer mediation training and community education on conflict resolution and communication skills. Contact us to learn more.
My name is Brian Thorpe. I own Global Car Care in Wenatchee and have been here for about 25 years.
Brian started Global Car Care as Brian's automotive alternative on Orondo Street.
Some customers were following Brian since Brian's automotive time.
No, we're just grateful to be part of this community. This is where I grew up. We want to do our part to be a valuable part of this community. We want to thank you for trusting our business for 25 years.
It's the NCW Life Community Calendar, a presentation of Merry Maids. The Chelan County Fair returns September 7th through the 10th at the fairgrounds in Cashmere. This year's theme is Let the Good Times Grow, a tribute to the fair's history of celebrating local farmers, ranchers, and 4-H participants as they showcase the very best in crops, livestock, and agricultural products. Plus the Davis Show's carnival, live music, arts and crafts, and all of your favorite fair foods.
Boating in the Wenatchee Valley starts at Bob File Boats and Motors. Now you can fish like a pro without breaking the bank thanks to the ProMag aluminum fishing boat by Smokercraft. It features a great layout with a spacious bow casting platform, huge live wells, and in-floor storage to safely stow your gear. See the Smokercraft line of boats at Bob File Boats and Motors on Sunset Highway in East Wenatchee or online at bobfile.com.
Bob File Boats and Motors, we're dealing. Bob File's gonna make you smile.
Hey man, how's your arm?
Getting better, actually, thanks.
Did they give you anything for pain after surgery? Because I think I may have some left over.
Nah, that's all right, man. Actually, me and my doctor talked about not sharing prescriptions, and that ibuprofen is a good option for me. The risk of addiction, it's not worth it.
Makes sense.
Take the next step. Don't share your prescriptions and talk to your friends about the dangers of opioids.
Hey, this is Mike Mad Dog McNaughty, and everybody's entitled to my opinion. No wonder women are angry, and no wonder they're speaking out. For far too long, we've ignored the fact that women have been abused and harassed at the hands of some men. And yes, maybe it's not you, but it's somebody. Official stats used to be that 1 in 4 women would be sexually assaulted to some degree by the time she graduated high school. But in reality, this statistic is far too conservative. But even accepting that it's 25% of women who suffer this abuse, isn't that conservative figure a justifiable explanation for why women are speaking out and demanding change? Of course it is. This is Mike Mad Dog McNaughty, and that's my opinion.
Crystal's Intimate Lounge in downtown Leavenworth is a wonderful place to enjoy mouth-watering appetizers and drinks while socializing, watching sports, playing bingo, pull tabs, or simply relaxing while enjoying the breathtaking mountain views. Crystal's family-friendly restaurant has a warm environment to enhance your dining experience, serving breakfast, lunch, and dinner 7 days a week. Crystal's restaurant, lounge, and event space is located 2 blocks west of downtown Leavenworth on Highway 2.
Did you know that nearly 50% of pet poisoning cases involve human medications and prescription drugs? Sometimes the culprit's a curious dog, but cats get into their share of trouble as well. Other times, pet owners mistakenly give their pets their own medications that are safe to people but toxic to their pets. Dr. Shauna Baez and her staff care about your pets. Go to pawsandclawsvh.com for a complete list of medications to avoid or call 888-PAWS.
Bring the whole family up to Stormy Mountain Brewing and local public house in historic downtown Chelan. Applewood smoked brisket, street-style tacos, and our award-winning barbecue rubs and sauces. Our meals pair perfectly with our exciting lineup of craft ales, made right here in Chelan. We've got room for big groups, or give us a call for catering. So grab the kids and check out the fun at Stormy Mountain Brewing and local public house located in the heart of Chelan.
My name is Anna Marie. I've lived at Prestige here for 6.5 years, and I love it. They just made you feel so welcome. I love my room. I get 3 meals a day, do as I darn well want to. I've loved it ever since I moved in.
Mom's a wonderful, wonderful lady. She deserved the very best, and I got it for her here at Prestige.
Hi everybody, Dan Coos alongside Jesse Coble.
from Alpine Air. My heat pump there's like steam coming out of it. It's making weird noises. Is this something I need to be concerned about?
No, Dan, that's normal operation. Refrigeration technology steals heat from the outside, transfers it to the inside, and it creates frost on your heat pump. The defrost cycle melts that off, which creates steam and a little bit of noise.
That makes sense. Turn to the experts at Carrier and Alpine Air. For heat and air, call Alpine Air. Thanks, Jason.
Thank you.
40 minutes past the hour here on Wake Up Wenatchee Valley for this Thursday, September the 7th, 2023. In for Dan Kuntz, I'm Eric Granstrom. Don't worry, Dan's okay. He's just not feeling so well this week, so we're covering for him. I'll be in tomorrow morning as well here on Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. Looking at sunny skies in our forecast today with a high in the upper 70s. We're at 57 in downtown Wenatchee. And fun story here, a 2023 Eastmont High School graduate opened her own flower business on Friday at just the age of 18 years of age. The Bloom Flowery offers pre-made bouquets and custom bouquet options for customers who place their order ahead of time, no matter the floral occasion. Owner Cindy Gonzalez is happy to help and certainly loves her work.
I am Cindy Gonzalez. I'm 18 years old and I am the owner of the Bloom Flowery. I first got into floral arrangements in January of 2022. I had a floral design class and I kind of grew love for floral design and kind of working with flowers. And then after that, I decided that I was going to start a business and kind of self-taught myself along with the floral design classes that I had at the high school, and that's kind of how I started. I knew that I wanted to make this into something bigger and start kind of like a business when I decided that after a year of being at home and doing arrangements pretty often, having clients pretty weekly and having them come in, that the community needed somewhere where they were able to get flower arrangements without having to place an order, having to call me, and just coming in and checking them out and seeing what they could get. So that's when I knew that I could take this on to the next level. One word to define the process of opening the store has been stressing. I know that I have been here day and night trying to get everything done. Most of the things that are done here have been either made by me, have been made by my mom, and then with the help of family members moving things in, painting and doing all of those things, even to the little tags on the bags and everything that I have. I had to cut every single one and put them on, so very stressing, but I know that it's going to be really rewarding when I see everybody come in. My store offers any personalized bouquet that wants to be custom made. I just need an advance notice beforehand of placing the order, and then we can do sympathy arrangements, wedding bouquets, bridal bouquets, bridesmaids, boutonnieres, corsages, any wedding type of event, and then just pretty much my main focus is any birthday bouquet, simple flowers just for the occasion. It feels really great and kind of like not real. It kind of feels like a dream being in this environment of like local business owners here in the community. I remember working at ICE, my part-time job, and they did a local event where all the business owners were meeting up at somewhere. It was the type of event that they were doing. And I told myself that someday I saw myself there and joining them all. I have received a lot of support from local businesses. I posted that I needed some donations for my raffles, and I was extremely blessed with the amount of people that donated their stuff. And the biggest support has been Melissa at Pole Studio and Alex. They both have opened the doors for me to come in and bring my products into their location. Knowing that I'm a business owner at a young age sometimes doesn't feel real, and I feel like I'm living a dream and that it's just a dream. But then I realize that I'm the main character in this whole entire dream, and it hits me. Right now it still doesn't even feel real. Like I walk in here and I'm like, oh, like it's just something small, you know, but it doesn't feel real. I feel like I'm gonna feel real until I see everybody coming in. But it feels kind of cool, I think. The support that I have received from my family has been extremely grateful. Like I'm so grateful for all the support that they have given me. Breaking it to them and telling them that I wasn't leaving to college was kind of like a big icebreaker, but after that the road was pretty easy down. My mom has been my biggest help. Whenever I need something, she would come in with her little toolbox and fix something up for me, and just anything I needed, I just knew I could call her, let her know I needed this, and she would instantly do it super fast. I was accepted into Grand Canyon University and I was planning on leaving this fall. I decided that I was going to stay and do it online, and then I realized that I wasn't going to be able to manage school online and then doing this. So I just left college behind, and I'm like, I think I'm going to chase my dream and see where it takes me. I do plan in the future maybe going into real estate, so that's kind of like my backup plan if this doesn't end up working, or want to switch it up for a little. So I was accepted into Grand Canyon. I'm kind of a little sad about not going down there, but I know I can always take a trip and visit friends that are down there. I think everybody has their own unique touch, and everybody else's work is amazing and different. I know that every bouquet that I make, I put in my love and making sure that it's perfect how the client wants it, and I think just the love that I put into each arrangement that I make. I want to tell all my customers that will watch this about my business that I am extremely grateful to have their support and be where I'm at today. I received the sweetest messages from them when I told them that I was opening up a shop, and it means the world to have their support. Without them, I really would not be even close to here. I would be in a whole different state trying to chase this dream. So thanks to their support and their love, and just choosing me every single time, returning customers that always return, and just make me super happy and want me to continue to do what I'm doing.
And how about that? Cindy Gonzalez is going to do big things in her life. I was just trying to get the information about their, they are, oh shoot, I went to Facebook and I'm not signed into Facebook. But find them, it's the Flower Bloomery, or the Bloom Flowery. There you go. The Bloom Flowery. There you go, Cindy Gonzalez. Eastmont High School graduate, age 18 and doing big things. Love that. We will take a break here on Wake Up Wenatchee Valley, and look at that view behind me this morning. Wow, how about that? And we will come back with some news headlines. We'll get you some sports headlines. We'll take a trip around our camera view this morning as well and get you ready for the rest of your Thursday here next on Wake Up Wenatchee Valley.
We're turning up the heat with the hottest deals of the year. Right now, during the hot summer clearance sale, only at Click It RV. #1 in sales and service. The best RV brands. Over 1,000 to choose from. And the best deals of the year on remaining 2023 model year-end clearance with incredible 30% off. Brand new RVs discounted up to 30%. Save thousands. Plus, no payments until 2024. During the hot summer clearance sale. Now, only at Click It RV. 5 Superstore locations. Hurry in today.
Raising a family may have seemed overwhelming to your parents, but they weren't. Coach, teacher, life guide, caregiver. Family takes care of family. And as the circle of life continues, you now are their caregiver. It may seem overwhelming, but we're here to help you find the support services necessary so you can provide quality care to your elders.
Call Aging and Adult Care of Central Washington at 1-800-572-4459.
Welcome to the Columbia Basin Dispute Resolution Center. We are a local nonprofit serving Grant and Adams counties, helping businesses and people resolve difficult issues so they can move toward a better future. We offer help with workplace disputes, residential issues, family matters, and can train your staff in conflict prevention and resolution skills. Call us at 509-237-8401 to learn more.
Just about 49 minutes past the hour here on Wake Up Wenatchee Valley for this Thursday, September 7th, 2023, reaching for highs in the upper 70s today with sunshine. We're off to a good start on that with 57 degrees downtown. Some of the news headlines that we're following. A Kenroy Elementary School custodian has been arrested on suspicion of first-degree child rape and 2 counts of first-degree incest, becoming the second Eastmont School District employee to be accused of sexual misconduct against a child in the past month. Nicholas Joseph Turner, age 40, was arrested last Friday after a 15-year-old female relative described an October 2011 incident in which Turner had raped her to an investigator, according to a probable cause affidavit filed on Tuesday. Now, Turner's bail has been set at $500,000. He's currently detained in the Chelan County Regional Justice Center. This comes after former Sterling Junior High School custodian Michael Van Housen was arrested on suspicion of third-degree child rape, but not yet charged in August, and David Vasquez, a Wenatchee High School employee who was arrested last week on suspicion of attempted third-degree rape. Eastmont School District told NCW Life Channel that Turner has been placed on administrative leave pending that investigation. Well, on some brighter news, today is the first day of the Chelan County Fair. That's right, the fair kicks off today at the Fair and Event Expo out in Cashmere. Excuse me, it's back and fun for the whole family. Once again, attendees can enjoy a wide variety of food booths, exhibits, and more. Attractions this weekend include a pirate parrot show, multiple concerts, a hypnotist, juggler, and dancing horse. That's right, dancing horse. Of course, don't forget the carnival. Chelan County Fair runs through Sunday. For more information, go to ChelanCountyFair.com for more information on that. By the way, I did find the information on the contact for the little feature we just had regarding the Bloom Flowery. They are located at 120 South Columbia Street in Wenatchee, and phone number is 509-630-4870. You can find them on Facebook. Just do a search for Bloom Flowery for more information about Cindy Gonzalez's new business in downtown Wenatchee. We'll have more coming up in the news center tonight at 5, 6, and 10 o'clock with Grant Olson here on the NCW Life Channel. Now, as far as sports news is concerned, well, the Mariners got off the schneid last night after losing 3 straight. They snapped that 3-game losing streak with an 8-4 win in Cincinnati. Reds grabbed an early 1-0 lead with a first-inning run, but Mike Ford countered with a 2-run bomb in the second that started a 3-homer night for the Mariners offensively. Also, Cal Raleigh would get a solo home run. J.P. Crawford would hit a 3-run home run. Mariners go on for the 8-4 victory. Logan Gilbert picked up his 13th win of the season, striking out 9 over 5 1/3. He gave up 3 runs on 7 hits, walked a couple of batters. Manager Scott Service certainly happy to get the win heading out of Cincinnati. Seattle now heads for Tampa Bay to take on the Rays. That game at 3:40 today on Root Sports Northwest, first of 4 games against the Rays. Now, Houston continues to lead in the American League West after they pounded Texas last night. 5 home runs in the game for the Astros, including 2 by Jose Abreu in a 12-3 victory. Game featured a battle of former Washington teammates Max Scherzer and Justin Verlander. Verlander got the better of his former teammate, picking up his 11th win of the season, lasting 7 innings. Stros continue to lead Seattle by a game in the American League West. Luis Rengifo, 2-run home run, highlighted a 4-run third inning for Baltimore as he beat his former team, the Angels. 10-3 was the final in that one. Oakland helped out Seattle's cause in the wild card chase by downing Toronto 5-2 behind home runs from Carlos Perez and Kevin Smith. Speaking of the wild card race, let's take a look at those standings. Tampa Bay beat Boston 3-1 to extend its lead for the top wild card spot by 8 games. Seattle is a game and a half in front of Toronto. Texas is a half game back, while the Red Sox fell to 5 games back. Yankees beat Detroit 4-3 and moved to within 6.5 games of that final playoff spot. So yes, those darn Yankees are still alive. Seahawks preparing to take on the Rams on Sunday in their NFL season opener. It'll start at 1:25 in the afternoon on Sunday at Lumen Field. You can watch the action on Fox. Coach Pete Carroll commented about how they are treating this game as a championship opportunity. By the way, the Seahawks are, what did I figure out earlier, 8-5 in the 13 seasons of opening games under Pete Carroll. NFL season actually kicks off tonight in Kansas City with the Chiefs hosting the Detroit Lions. Of course, it was the Lions beating the Packers that vaulted the Seahawks into the playoffs a season ago. Kickoff at 5:20 tonight on NBC. All is right in the world with the football season returning. Speaking of, quick peek at the college football schedule for the weekend. All the games are on Saturday this week instead of starting on Thursday like they did last week. 8th-ranked Washington is home against Tulsa Saturday at 2 o'clock. That'll be broadcast on the Pac-12 network. Washington State hosts 19th-rated Wisconsin at 4:30. That'll be on ABC. Eastern Washington plays at Fresno State Saturday night at 6, while Central Washington is visiting Montana Tech. High school football schedule starts tonight. Moses Lake is facing a stiff test at Lamson Stadium against Kamiakin. That kicks off at 7 o'clock tonight. Tomorrow, Wenatchee's home against Mount Baker. Davis is at Ellensburg. Eisenhower visits my old stomping grounds, Cedro Woolley. Sunnyside hosts Post Falls, Idaho. All those games kick off at 7 tomorrow. Saturday features Federal Way at West Valley at 1 o'clock, while Eastmont visits Timberline at 2. Now, that game was supposed to be in the Apple Bowl, but the nearby Fiestas Mexicanas and concerns over parking pushed the game to Western Washington. Eastmont's home field is not available until later in September. They're putting in some new lights at the stadium there. Central Washington Athletic Conference play tomorrow. Sela is at Okanagan at 6. 7 o'clock games have Quincy at Ephrata in the Battle of the Basin. East Valley hosts Natchez Valley. Wapatos at Grandview. Prosser plays at Skyline. Ellensburg hosts Davis, and Othello plays at Royal. Another non-league night for the Caribou Trail League tomorrow as Omak visits LaSalle at 6. Later at 7, it's Deer Park at Cashmere. Chelan hosts Meridian. Quincy's at Ephrata. Cascade visits Tonasket. Waterville Mansfield has a 3 o'clock kickoff tomorrow afternoon against Selkirk up on the plateau. Okanagan hosts Sela at 6 tomorrow night. Games at 7 feature Manson at Kittitas, Lake Roosevelt at Highland. Brewster takes on Libertyville. Etihad hosts Elmira Cooley Heartline. Saturday finds Bridgeport at home hosting Oakville at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Busy day and night on the pitch and on the courts. We're talking soccer and volleyball. Girls soccer this afternoon. Eastmont visits Meade at 4 o'clock, while Lake Roosevelt hosts Bridgeport at 4:30. Cascade hosts Cle Elum at 5. Omax and Brewster at 5:30. Quincy travels to Wahluke tonight at 6, while Cashmere hosts Ephrata at 6:30. Prep volleyball tonight. Eastmont travels to Sela. Prosser hosts Moses Lake. Omax at Ephrata. Quincy visits Wahluke. Waterville Mansfield hosts Wilson Creek, and the matches begin at 6:30. That's a look at sports news at 56 minutes past the hour. As far as the Valley View cameras this morning, we'll talk about the weather coming up in a moment, but gorgeous morning, gorgeous start to the day here for this Thursday. Let's take a look around. Now, Uriah changed up the camera angles for me. So now we're looking down from Stemilt, right? Or jump off? Okay, we're looking from jump off towards the Stemilt Basin there. And lovely start to the day today. A little bit of haze in the air. We still have plenty of fires burning across the northern climes of Washington and in British Columbia, so we're still going to see that haze for quite a while. In fact, a season-ending event probably won't come till October. We're still crossing our fingers that we can get out of this season without too many big fires here in north central Washington. That's our first camera. Second camera view, thanks to Skyfire Wireless Network and Localtel. This is where? Ephrata. Oh, okay. Taking a look at the basin this morning. Is that a guy wire I see that is going from the camera tower? Okay. All right. So there you go. A little behind the scenes stuff as we look out towards the east and the rising sun this morning. Kind of a pretty set there. Looking out at Ephrata as the Tigers and Quincy Jacks will battle in the Battle of the Basin coming up tomorrow night. All right. Camera 3 this time around. Oh, this is Manson. Okay. So we're looking down from Manson to the lake. Oh, there it is. Okay, I can just make it out. My TV screen's a little dark here, so kind of hard to see this morning. But lovely start to the day. Calm morning so far up at Lake Chelan. Somebody applying the waters for some kokanee, late season kokanee this morning, or maybe some Mackinaw, some lake trout on Lake Chelan this morning. Good morning, Manson. And our fourth camera view, Cole's Corner. Okay. A little look at the Cascades this morning, a little cloud cover. Expecting maybe a slight chance of rain in our forecast tonight, but today is going to be sunny and high temperatures about 77 as we check that forecast. from the National Weather Service. You can go to weather.gov, I think is where we get this information. 77 are expected high today. Low tonight of 55. Maybe a few clouds rolling through overnight tonight. Tomorrow we'll see sunny skies for our final day of the work week and 81. 57 for the overnight low Friday night as we head into the weekend. Yeah, another last gasp of summer maybe. 84 on Saturday. 90 degrees on Sunday. Nighttime lows should be around 60 degrees. And then next week, we'll see temperatures in the mid to upper 80s. Nighttime lows mostly in the upper 50s and dry weather continuing. And boy, have we been dry. We can use some rain, Mother Nature. Calling Mother Nature. We could use some. We're still about 1.25 inches behind as we're already well into September. 57 degrees in downtown Wenatchee as we started off on a Thursday. The 7th of September, 2023. Filling in for Dan Kuntz, I'm Eric Granstrom again. Dan is okay. He still works for us here at the NCW Life Channel. Don't worry. He'll be back hopefully next week. He's just not feeling so good this week. We'll have more local news coming up at 5, 6, and 10 o'clock tonight here on the NCW Life Channel. Also, just a quick note, we had planned to do a few different things this week as far as broadcasting is concerned. We were hoping to do some high school football tomorrow night. That game was moved to Saturday. So we were also planning to do some racing coverage on Saturday at Wenatchee Valley Super Oval. They got a big race coming up this weekend. So we said, okay, no, we put high school football in front of the race. So we scheduled around that because Eastmont was supposed to be, home in the Apple Bowl against Timberline. And then that got moved. And so now we're without anything to broadcast. So we'll have a repeat of last Friday's game tomorrow night, and we'll just have the weekend off, and we'll get ready for 3 sports broadcasts coming up next week here on Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. Have a happy Thursday, everybody. Thanks for watching, and I'll be back tomorrow in for Dan here on a Friday edition of Wake Up Wenatchee Valley.
In the United Arab Emirates.
I can't believe it, we're in Abu Dhabi and surrounded by camels.
That's me, Elizabeth, and today I'm exploring an incredible part of the world with my best friends, Jennifer Veal and Bryant Wood. We'll escape to the desert to meet the camels and go dune bashing.
Are you ready? Let's do this.
From one amazing place to another one, making memories in Morocco with my friends Jennifer Veal and Garrett Clayton.
We are standing in front of 3 humped camels.
No, they have 1 hump, Garrett.
That's what I said.
An adventure in Abu Dhabi is one you'll never forget. So let's go make some memories.
Bye, Raj. I love you. I have to leave the desert now.
Welcome to Elizabeth Stanton's Great Big World, Camel Ride Adventures.